What's up, YouTube? Let's jump into today's training, and we're going to be talking about lifestyle architecture and how you can improve your efficiency and direction in life just by setting this up. It's very simple, very easy, and I'm going to show you guys step by step how to set up your life in a way where you have absolute clarity. So first, let's dive into what the real problem is. And there's a major problem here. I talked about this in my other video. The thing is, most people actually just exist. And what I mean by this is that people are just living day to day with no real sense of direction or purpose. They go to their job, they do just enough to get by. They come home, they watch TV, they surf the internet, they go to sleep. Wake up, they do the same thing. They might go to the gym. They may not have a specific purpose when they go to the gym. There's no real goals, no well-defined goals, no ambitions, no service or impact to other people. I mean, they may help their immediate family, but they don't have any consideration for anyone outside of that. And there's no clear vision. And why is this a problem? In some cases, why should I even care about this? And, people can live how they want to live. But if you want to further the race or further the existence of humanity, right, it's important that we help each other, because if we don't and we don't have that impact, then society starts to deteriorate, and we can see that in real time as we become more divided. So that is a major problem, is that most people just exist. We just do the same things that we do every single day, no ambitions, no goals. So how do we solve this problem? How do we create a little bit more direction? First thing, we need to create a vision for your life. If you knew that money and ability wasn't going to be an issue for you, what would your exact perfect day look like, right? If you had everything that you wanted, if you could make a wish and you got everything, and you understood that money and skill set was not going to be an issue, what would that look like for you? And I'm going to give you guys a template on exactly what that should be, right? So what you want to do is, with level 1, you want to define exactly what you want in all these areas in vivid, specific details down to the very nth degree. And then you want to define why you even want these things in the first place, right? So for an example, just when you think about your career and your job, what do you want to do? And be very specific with this. A lot of us just say we want more money, or we want to work as an entrepreneur. You need to be very specific about this. So for me, I want to become a full-time consultant / coach / mentor. And I want to help people become more efficient in their business. I want to be able to build a community of people who are trying to transition from 9 to 5 into becoming entrepreneurs. That's what I want to do. And I want to make $20K a month from that job, right? And then I want to take that $20K, I want to invest it in dividend growth investment stocks, and I want to live off that from a FIRE plan. Right. So I'm very specific. I'm very detailed. I know exactly what I want. And it's very helpful when you are clear on these things. So I want you guys to write out in every single area, in vivid detail as much as you can. And even if you don't have it initially, over time you can build it up. Right. But we want to begin to think about this. Right. What kind of cars do you want? Where do you want to live? The relationships that you want to have, the character that you need to become, right? The person that you need to become in order to live the exact lifestyle. What do you want your body to look like, right? Do you want to be in shape? Do you not care about your body at all, right? And is completely up to you, right? If you don't want to work out, that's your prerogative. You don't have to do that. Nobody's going to require you to do that. If you don't want to become an entrepreneur, if you would rather have a career, that's fine. This is completely up to you, but you need to define that, right? We need some direction. Even if you want to work at Starbucks for the rest of your life, at least define it, right? At least have some purpose. Be like, okay, look, I ain't going to be no entrepreneur, all right? I've decided that I'm going to work at Starbucks for the rest of my life. I'm going to work at Starbucks, okay? So as long as you define that, that is the most important thing. Then we need to jump into level 2, right? And level 2 is you need to journal what your perfect day would look like to you. And you need to journal what your travel and vacation would look like. We need that image in our mind of these things that we planned out, because what you need to realize is that once you have this image, it's almost like a real experience for us. And one of the books that I've got recommended and I really am a huge advocate for right now is Psycho-Cybernetics. And it was recommended to me by a mentor. I mentioned this in my other video. And even by reading the first couple chapters, I've seen a huge change in the person that I am now. And it is because I have this vision in my mind of who I want to become. And because I have this vision, I am able to express it in a way where I am and I believe I am that thing now, right? And you need to understand what that perfect day would look like for you first, right? In order for you to express it in real life. So what time do you wake up in the morning, right? What do you do after you wake up? Do you have a morning routine? Do you just jump straight into work, right? What are you doing for work? Do you go to the gym? Do you meditate? Who are the people that you're hanging out with? And you need to define that, even though this may seem like a very corny kind of thing to do. It's actually very important to provide you with that clarity in your lifestyle that you exactly want. And what type of vacation and travel do you want to? This is actually very important too, because your life is not just going to be a day-to-day, very stagnant thing. It's going to be very dynamic. It's going to be changing. So you need to define everything in that. I recommend you take 1 hour out of the week every single week and just journal on the lifestyle that you want. Just sit down, right, in a very comfortable space. It could be some place that inspires you. You could pop in your headphones, listen to some inspirational music, and just write and just think about the perfect life that you want. What would that look like? And just be creative and don't judge yourself for what you want. If you want to become the first trillionaire on the planet, who am I to say you can't do it? So just write down whatever you want and be okay with it. Then we go on to level 3, and here you got to define your character. So I have a picture of L for those of you who watch anime, right? I'm tapping into the anime side of myself, and I'm putting a lot of these into my content because I believe anime has some of the best storytelling and character development in the world. And for those of you who know L from Death Note, understand his character is very unique. When you see him, you know who he is, you know what he's about, and that is what level 3 is. You need to define your character so people know who you are and know what you're about. When they hear your name, be like, oh yeah, that guy, he's a hard worker, he's courageous, he's determined. So those are the traits that you need to define for yourself in order for you to become that person that is in alignment with that vision of your lifestyle. Right? So for me, I want to be known for somebody who's hardworking and efficient. I want you guys to associate. When you see me, you understand that I come to the table and I show up every day. I outwork everybody, right? That's the thing I want to be known for. I want to be one of the hardest working people on YouTube. I want to start 2 businesses at the same time. I want to invest. I want to do all this. I want to help people. I want to create communities. Right? That's what I want to be known for. And how do I develop this? How do I determine what character traits I want to? I look at the lifestyle architecture that I want, and I have to determine who do I need to become in order to live that lifestyle. And these were some of the traits that I came up with. You come up with your own for your specific lifestyle, but you want to have 3 to 5. You don't want to have too many character traits, right? Because it's hard to develop all these character traits at once. That's what I found throughout my specific journey. So just develop the ones that you find important to hit your goals. Then once we hit our goals, we go to the next level, right? So we have our exact lifestyle. We understand what the goals we need in our life. We have our character. Then you need to create affirmations for these things. And this is actually one of the most difficult things to explain. But what you need to understand is that even though there is a gap between what you want and who you are right now, you need to act as if you are that person already. And this was one of the hardest concepts for me to understand, when I was reading this book of psycho-cybernetics. But the way that I think about it is you need to speak as if you were that person who you want to become now and believe in the present tense. And the way that I do this is I just use the term I am. So anytime somebody asks me something, and be like, I am the type of person that's going to outwork everybody. I live it in a specific way now where I am literally just working harder than everybody. And in my last video, when I talked about that tapping into that dark side energy and living a schedule and a lifestyle where I'm waking up at 7, I'm building 2 businesses, I'm working a 9 to 5, it is the full expression of outworking everybody, right? So I don't have to tell people, but I express it through these I am statements, and they see it through my work. So it's no cap, right? I am literally living in the present tense how I want to live in the future, and eventually, right, that gap will continue to close over time, and I will become that person who I say I am. And that's why you need affirmations, because you need to constantly remind yourself that you are going to become this person. You are this person now, and you're just waiting for your accomplishments to catch up. And another way that you can practice this is through visualizations, and this is very powerful. What you need to understand is that a lot of your automatic behaviors come from your subconscious, right? And the only way you can affect your subconscious is through actual experience. And the thing about the subconscious is that your subconscious can't differentiate actual experience and memories from real ones and ones that you make up in your mind. That's why dreams seem so vivid and real, is because your subconscious can't tell the difference. So if we can create visualizations of the life that we want in the future, now it would actually help us become more and more, it will help us behave in the way that we want to become, in alignment with the person that we want to be, right? And I know this is a very complicated topic, so I highly recommend you guys read that book, Psycho-Cybernetics, because it explains it better than I can. I am still fairly new to this, just being completely transparent, but this is what I've learned so far, and this is what I've gathered from the few times I've done visualizations on this stuff. So I set aside 15 minutes a day. It can be in the morning, it can be at night before you go to bed. I found that doing it at night before I go to sleep actually is more beneficial, because I actually have dreams on these things. I remember I was dreaming, I was seeing myself in Miami, right? Building that business. I had a dream about this, and I did the visualization 15 minutes before I went to bed. So you can see how you can begin to dwell on these things in your life as soon as you do it before you go to bed, right? So the visualizations is very easy, right? Just 5 minutes to get super relaxed. What you want to do is you want to visualize things that relax you. You can even visualize yourself as a balloon, right? Your body is a balloon, and then somebody pokes you with a little pin, and then you begin to deflate, right? And then you can relax. You want to focus on your breathing. And then after that 5 minutes, you want to visualize past successes that you've had in the areas that you want. So it doesn't have to be huge wins. It just has to be wins that you begin to dwell on, and you begin to have that emotional impact feeling, right? And then you want to carry that same feeling, that same weight into the next 5 minutes, where you are visualizing the exact lifestyle that you want and utilizing that same emotion, using the same imagery, visualizing yourself living that exact lifestyle. So that is how you do the visualizations, and you want to do this every single day. You want to dwell upon this. You want this to become an obsession. You want your reticular activation system, the thing that focuses you, right? You want to be focused on this. This is how you begin to be consumed. This is how you tap into energy that will allow you to live the exact lifestyle that you want, right? So that is level 4, and that's all I got for you guys today. And this is a very unique training. It's a step-by-step plan that you guys can use, you can implement starting today in order to become the person that you want to become and have a little bit more clarity and become more efficient in your life. Because when you know exactly what you want to do, then the effort and the behaviors that you have become more effortless, and the anxiety and all that goes away. So that's my hope for you guys, is that you have the effort, the work, you put it in, but you do it in a way that is not strenuous or grinding your teeth or any sort of willpower necessary, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have more like this in the future, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.